This isn't working. How do I get out of here? How do I tell my partner it's time to pull the plug? A question I get a lot. Hi, I'm Terry Real, the founder of Relational Life Therapy, and tough, huh? You've heard me speak in other videos about what I call relational reckoning. Should I stay or should I go? And the tool for that question is a question. Am I getting enough in this relationship to make grieving what I'm not getting worth my while? Listen again. Am I getting enough in this relationship to make grieving what I'm not getting worth my while? This isn't the greatest sex life, or well, my partner has a temper, but I get ... It's good enough. But you have answered on the other side of that fulcrum. It's not good enough. This isn't working. I'm out of here. First of all, you have to be willing to take the heat. Gather your resources. You have a therapist on board, individual. I would love for you to have a couples therapist on board. Don't expect your partner to love that you're leaving them. A lot of people, particularly more, quote unquote codependents, I want to leave you and I want that to be all right by you. Well, guess what? No, I'm going to leave you, and I understand that you may not be happy about it. Now, maybe you're in a relationship and you're both pretty much ready to say, look, this isn't working for either of us. You know that. And it is more mutual, but don't count on that. So if you're going to be in the kitchen, you may take some heat. There's a difference between taking heat and taking abuse, however. So this isn't working. I'm leaving. I hope that you can truthfully say we've tried X, Y, and Z, including couples therapy, and including my wish, couples therapy with an RLT therapist who, unlike many other therapists, will take your side and lean into the partner you're so unhappy with and confront them, throw their weight behind you. But if you've done all that, either your partner doesn't want to engage or just refuses to change, either explicitly or de facto, and you've had it and it's time to go. If there are no children, I need to leave. I'm sorry. Maybe if you want, we can see a couples therapist and sort of flesh out the wound and let it bleed and say goodbye to each other under supervision. We can just talk about it ourselves. These are the logistics. I want to be able to eventually say goodbye to you in a decent way, which would include appreciating the good things of our relationship and would include my wish for you post our separating. If they're kids, which is more often than not, it's obviously more complicated. Generally, I prefer mediation over two adversarial lawyers. It's a hell of a lot cheaper and less conflict ridden. But you have to be able to have two relatively cooperating people. The key about leaving somebody when there are children is our marriage is over, but we'll always be connected to our kids. We'll always be co-parents. And it's in everybody's interest that we put aside our raw feelings, hurt, anger, disappointment. Stop trying to change one another. That's over. The marital fight is over. White flag. We lost. We're not going to change each other, but let's show up like civil adults for the sake of our children. So there's a distinction between the marital pair and the co-parenting pair. And you show up in the co-parenting pair like an adult. It's like a work relationship. You're a pro. You put your personal feelings aside and you do your job, which is to be there for your kids and cooperate. Again, you may need help with a therapist or a mediator or two lawyers if mediation doesn't work to be cooperative. And you can't control your partner, but you're going to do your best to show up like a grown-up for the sake of the children. When you speak to the children of whatever age, this is not the time to air your dirty laundry about your marriage to your children, not your friends, confidants, or therapists. Protect them and protect their relationship with the partner that you're leaving. I want you to have a good relationship with your dad. I want you to have a good relationship with your mom. I'm going to do what I can to facilitate that. That's what everybody deserves. Your mom is a good person. It's just that things didn't work out between us. Do not blame your partner to the children. Don't pull the children into your triangle. Put a boundary around the two of you and protect them from your craziness. Don't keep trying to legislate the marital fight. Whatever complaints you had about your partner, they're not going to change. That's why you're divorcing them. And not to be glib, but it's amazing to me how many people are shocked when the person they're leaving behaves through the divorce in precisely the ways they behaved that led to the divorce. They were narcissistic, and that's why I'm leaving them. And oh my God, they're being really selfish as we negotiate their divorce. Yes, this surprises you. So be prepared for them at their worst and be open to be pleasantly surprised. Pull for the best part of them, show up as the best part of you. If you're going to open the wounds and delve into the emotional end of your disappointment with one another, why it doesn't work, your feelings, their feelings, and so forth. My wish would be that you do that under supervision by a good couples therapist and come out the other side. Okay, you've vented about your raw feelings about why this doesn't work. Now, let's imagine that you're on the other side. A year or so has gone by and you're thinking of your partner, letting them know how you are, asking them how they are, and wishing them well. And when I work with people in my office, I actually do a little psychodramatic ritual in which I have people literally envision that and write each other letters. So if you're going to go through the wild, raw feelings, best under supervision, but come through them. Don't stay stuck in them. It's over. Let the marriage be over. And be clear. Don't say we're divorcing, I'm moving into another apartment on Tuesday, but you're invited for spaghetti dinner with me and the kids on Friday. Let there be a separation that is clear and boundaried. Let people do their grieving, you, your partner, your kids. After a period of grief, months, then maybe you might think about being social with each other, but don't slide right from marriage into being best buds with each other. That's confusing to everybody, and it doesn't allow the space for real grief to occur. That's usually a way of trying to minimize the pain and conflict of what's really going on. Face it, deal with it, let the whole system deal with it. We're divorcing. This family unit is dissolving. It'll be me and the kids, you and the kids, but us is over. Deal with that. And if you need to, don't deal with it alone. Get support from friends and professional support for you and maybe all of you.